Hi, I'm Chris Boussaid, Los Angeles criminal defense attorney. Welcome to CBS Law, where we deliver results, not promises. I'm going to talk to you today about assault cases and concrete things you can do if you ever find you or a loved one being investigated or arrested for a charge of assault. First, what constitutes assault? Well, the most common charge we see is a violation of Penal Code Section 245A4. And what that alleges is, one, you committed an act. Second, that act has the natural and probable consequence of the application of force to another. Third, that you had the present ability to apply that force. And fourth, that you didn't act in self-defense. Now, the consequences of a violation of Penal Code Section 245A4 depend on whether the charge is being as a felony or a misdemeanor. In other words, it's a wobbler offense. If it's charged as a felony, your maximum exposure is 4 years in state prison at halftime, which means the most you can do is 2 years of state prison. If it's charged as a misdemeanor, your maximum exposure is 364 days in county jail at halftime, which means the most you can do is 182 days in county jail. Now, far and away, the most successful defense that we successfully employ in these cases is self-defense. Now, self-defense has a very particular definition under California law. First, you have to reasonably believe that you are under the immediate threat of an unlawful touching or bodily harm. Second, you have to reasonably believe that force was necessary to deter that immediate threat. And finally, you have to use no more force than was reasonably necessary to deter that threat. Now, how do we evaluate a case and frame the evidence for self-defense? Well, first, we're going to utilize our investigators to document any injuries not only the alleged victim have, but that you have. Second, we're going to send those investigators out to interview witnesses to get their story of what happened. We're also going to utilize potentially expert witnesses to evaluate your injuries or the injuries to others to be able to frame the evidence in a way that allows us to successfully assert self-defense. Now, the concrete things that you can do if you find yourself being arrested or investigated for assault. First, you have to invoke your right to remain silent. You can't make any statements to any law enforcement officer, social media post, or anyone else. And second, you need to call CBS Law so we can get to work right away building your case and to successfully defend you from a charge of assault. So call CBS Law now at 213-800-8005, and together we'll get your life back.